If you want to get a better job but need a college degree, today's video is just for you because I'm going to go through my 7 favorite hackable college majors that can lead to 6-figure jobs. These are my personal favorites. I've helped a lot of people earn college degrees faster, and I've seen which majors are easier, which majors lead to better jobs. These are my 7 personal favorites. The first one I want to go through is business management. A business management major, the reason I'm bringing this up, in my opinion, this is the very easiest major to accelerate. That's not like liberal arts and you're getting a whole bunch of transfer credits from all over the place, kind of like a mishmash degree. For like a straight, legit college degree, very easiest to accelerate, I'd go with business management. And the U.S. national average salary with a business management major is right about $99,000 per year. This is the only one on the list that does not break $100,000. But these are averages. If you're just a little better than average, you're looking at a 6-figure job. Totally possible. Now, with all these degrees, I'm going to give you some pros and cons. A pro to business management is it's a very broad degree and can lead to a huge variety of different jobs. So I recommend a degree like this when people are like, I know I want a degree, but I'm not dead set on the exact career I want to have for the next 30 years. This is a degree that works really well. A con, though, is that it's a very popular degree, probably one of the most popular degrees out there, which means more people have the exact same major. So you need to have other skills or be good at interviewing or be good at other things to stand out above your competition, which isn't the end of the world. It's still a degree. I've seen degrees like this earned in as little as 3 months. So you can go really, really quickly. The next major on the list, cybersecurity. One of my favorite tech degrees. Basically, you're learning the tech side of how to protect networks and systems and things like that. And it's pretty cool. You're learning like hacking, but hacking being the good guy. So you're protecting people from hackers, protecting from information loss. One of the reasons I love this degree, that the average salary is really high at about $118,000 a year with this bachelor's degree. There's a very high need for it. And sometimes there are remote positions available for people that are good at cybersecurity. So sometimes, not always, but sometimes you can find positions where you can work from home or you can travel a little bit, things like that. Now, one con, it depends on who you talk to, but things are always changing in the tech world. So this is a career where you're constantly learning new approaches to security and learning new types of technologies. And some people, that's not chill and they don't want to put the effort into like the constant learning. Most jobs are getting kind of like this anyway, though. So some people, this is actually a pro. Just depends on the person. The next major I want to talk about is human resources. It's like a kind of a sleepy good career. Average salary in the US with a human resources bachelor's degree is about $102,000 per year. And most companies have HR departments, like HR departments for sports teams or facilities, HR departments in the medical world, HR departments all across the board. So you can get some variety there. One downside is that new tech and new systems are starting to replace HR because the technology is doing these things in smaller companies. Now, it's really unlikely that this is going to happen all the way across the board for big companies and things like that, because employees always need to be hired and fired and trained and things like that. But there are less HR opportunities than there used to be in very small companies. Here's the thing, though. Most of the big companies are the ones that pay higher anyway, so this isn't the worst thing in the world. The next one I want to talk about is computer science. This is probably my personal favorite tech degree because it's like being an engineer for tech. You're learning how to build and create things and fix things and solve problems. So it's pretty cool. It does take brains. You need to be smart, But the high-end income is like over $500,000 a year, with the national average being $103,000 a year, like right out of college with a computer science degree. Yes, this is one of the more challenging majors that you can earn, but it's totally hackable and can be earned in as little as 6 to 12 months if you're willing to power through and use degree hacking strategies that I'll talk about in a little bit, but it's totally doable in less than a year if you play your cards right. The next one I want to talk about is healthcare management. It's a very sleepy, sneaky good career because the healthcare industry is constantly expanding. Like, it's always grown. Every single year it's grown more than the previous year. National average salary, $104,000 per year. And you can potentially get really high positions in the long term, especially if you go on and get a master's degree in healthcare management, which is totally hackable, or you're able to accelerate as well. But positions like managing medical clinics or hospitals, things like that, there's a very high need for this. Now, a downside is I've heard people who work in medical, like the administration side of medical, be like, you know what, it can be kind of boring. You're sitting at a desk doing administrative work, but it's really steady. Some people like the quiet environment where you're doing administrative work. If you're looking for something really hot and exciting all the time, this isn't the one for you. The next one, finance. I love finance degrees because working with money is, number one, pretty fun. Number two, you get personal gain from this as well. If you work with money, you get better at working with your own money. You see people who are have finance careers do really well with their own personal investments and things like that. National average salary is about $101,000 per year, but there's high-end potential, like being a high-end investor or working with really high-end people with a lot of money, which when you work around people with a lot of money can pay really well as well. So you can get up there. Now, one con or a downside of a finance degree, if you're not good at your job, you get fired quick because you're losing money for other people. So you need to really be into money and managing money and know that this is something that you're passionate about, or it could be something that isn't super successful because you're not very good at it. Don't go into finance if you're worried about that. Now, the last one I want to talk about is IT management. Another really solid tech career. A couple of things that I like. The floor is really high. So you don't see a lot of people with IT management degrees making like $20,000 a year. It's got a really high floor. The national average, $112,000 per year. But the ceiling is not quite as high as some other tech degrees like cybersecurity or computer science. Like, you'll see people up over making $500,000 a year or more. IT management, $100,000 to $200,000 a year is pretty normal, which is really, really good. So like, just because you can't make $500,000, $1 million a year as an IT manager, maybe there are some people that do, but it's a lot less common. It's not the end of the world because it's got a really high floor. So these are degrees that I love. Now, if you want to go get one of these degrees in less than a year, you can't go and just jump into a school and do things the school's way, because universities do not want you to graduate faster, because the longer you're a student, the more money the school makes. So they're not going to, out of the kindness of their hearts, teach you how to graduate faster. I highly recommend looking for competency-based education programs that are 100% self-paced, that also offer flat rate tuition. So the faster you graduate, the less money you pay. Basically, you're paying a per semester fee, but you can finish as many classes as you want for that same fee. If you want to know my process, I have a 3-step process for how to accelerate college degrees. I graduated personally in 9 months in literally my free time while working full time and kind of refining this process as I went. I'll leave a link to a video down below. It's called my degree hacking tutorial. You're welcome to go and watch that if you'd like. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. But hey, I hope this video has added value to your day. Watch that training below. It is absolutely worth your time. And my hope is that you graduate even faster than I did. I hope this video inspires you to go save multiple years of college and go get a high-end job where you're making significant money. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you in the next video.